Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So you're joining me on the beginning of a pretty epic week in Wales. Got a lot lined up in the next few days. So we're starting off this adventure in near Abergavenny, and we are at what actually is the most crooked church in the whole of Britain. I mean, I don't know what the camera picks up, but look at the state of that. That's all over the shop. We'll have a closer look at the exterior in a moment, but first we're gonna have a quick look inside and see what we can find. There is something in particular that I'm quite excited to see, and yeah, I'm liking what I'm looking at so far. As you can imagine, it's raining, the weather's horrific, but that's fine. That's what you expect when you come to Wales at this time of year, or any time of year for that matter. Let's go have a look. Right, we're inside this 12th century Norman church, and it is all over the shop. I don't know what justice the camera does to show how crooked it is, but look at the state of this. You can just see how wonky everything is. Everywhere you look, everything is off. See that arch over there, completely out. So yes, it has a very, very unique charm. And yeah, I have to say I really like it. Getting here was a bit tricky, as it really was right in the middle of nowhere. We had to ask locals for directions, and the road was super tight. But yeah, no signal around here either, so there will be no like Google Maps or anything like that. So it's going to be interesting getting out of here. The most special part of this church is this. Right, let me tell you more about it. So right here we have a wayside cross. Now, what a wayside cross is basically like a cross that was put into a new religious Christian site to basically warn the local pagans that Christianity had arrived in the area. Now, this wayside cross is from the 11th century. It could very well predate this church. Okay, this is about 1,000. This is like best part of 1,000 years old. You can see it's got a very worn-out cross on there, which my friend will do some elaboration on in a moment. So back in 1538, this was actually buried in the churchyard to hide from Henry VIII during the dissolution of the monasteries, obviously because they didn't want him to take this away. And in 1861, it was actually dug up by a local farmer, and it was gifted back to the church in 1935. It was also actually stolen in 1967, but it was later recovered. It was found apparently in an antique shop in London, of all places. So yeah, this is a very, very special feature to this, special crooked church.
Yeah, so this is really reminiscent actually of what you see in a lot of Norse and Norse Gaelic and Gaelic art. It's kind of highly simplified compared to what you'd see later on in like the Baroque era or earlier on, like you'd see in the kind of high Roman period. Partly that'll be due to economic concerns, partly it's probably due to the stone. This is hard stone probably rather than a kind of like marble or sandstone that you tend to get really intricate carvings in, but you've got individual ribs marked here. You can see the loincloth, you can see the headdress, and also often that choice to carve in a more simplified fashion is actually not only a concession to the materials and the skills that were available. Obviously we're talking about this being made in the midst of the Dark Ages, right? Or just at the end of that period, the end of the period of kind of Norse and Saxon Britain and the beginning of the Norman period at the latest. But also it's a deliberate stylistic choice. So there are things that you want to incorporate in an image like this that have theological significance if, like me, you're a Christian. And it's a lot easier to do that if you flatten out the perspective, if you make the sculpture itself more simple. You can get those kind of essential truths across, and you still see that in Eastern Orthodox iconography today, for instance. Often you'll see like a flattened perspective. But yeah, this really strikes me as very reminiscent of some of the Viking neck crosses that we've seen from graves like Birka in Sweden. So definitely a Norse and Celtic influence to this sculpture.
Today is suspended upon the tree he who suspended the lands upon the waters. A crown of thorns crowns him, who is the King of the angels. He is clothed in the purple of mockery. He who wraps the skies in their clouds. We worship thy passion, O Christ. Show us also the glory of thy resurrection. Okay, I think we're pretty much done in this church. Yeah, very charismatic church. It really is all over the place. Nothing is straight in there at all. So there are a few churches around here that you should check out. I mean, not far from here is at St. Ishal's, which I've already done a video of. Lefoni Priory is not far from here as well. You could really easily have a pretty fulfilling day out around here. Let's go look at the churchyard. Let's go. Right, let's see if you can make out how crooked it is from the camera, right? It's a fun fact. It's actually leaning more than the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy by a whole 1 degree. So, yeah, that's a quirky fact for you. And something else as well, all these headstones are all over the shop as well. Leaning backwards and forwards. So it seems to be a theme with this church. Nothing is straight at all. If I get a bit closer, you can see that's not straight. That's not straight. Yeah, literally nothing in this church is in a straight line. It's, you know, it's quite funny as well as really fascinating, you know. Of course, the surroundings are beautiful. Look at this. Just look at that beyond the tower. It's a very special place. Okay, we're done here. The sun's coming out now, which is nice because we've got a bit of a walk that we are planning to do. First of all, we've got to get out of here and down these incredibly tight roads like this. It's all part of the fun. Right, so yeah, that was St. Martin's in Cymru. It's been a pleasure. Right, so after that nice little trip to that church, we're now off on a bit of a hike. We're going up well, we're ascending up something called Skirrid. I'll tell you more about the local folklore about it later. But for now, let's just get going. I can't remember how high the summit is, but I don't think it's all that, to be honest.
About 560 metres.
Yeah, it's about 560 metres. So yeah, I'm not expecting it to take too long. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, it sort of feels like we're nearly there already.
Yeah, well,
I mean, like, we've done what we think is most of the elevation, and ahead of us is just that. So this has been quite easy. Famous last words. Okay, talk to you shortly. Typical. We get past the woodland bit and get to where it's all open, and then the weather starts changing and we've got hailstone. It's alright, part of the adventure, as I always say. It's not that far away now anyways. See the peak there in the distance, so yeah, we're doing alright. Way! Doing alright. Despite the bad weather. I don't know if you can hear me, but we've decided to turn around and go back because, well, I don't know how many miles an hour the wind was just then, but it was pushed me off the edge. So yeah, we thought let's not risk it, let's head back down. So hey, we've got to the open bit so we can see views. Jesus Christ! Okay, camera off. Let's get going. Bye. Okay, you might be able to hear me now. But what's really funny? I mean, yeah, I mean, we were windsurfing. The wind was literally pushing me off the edge of that hill. I don't know where the hell that came from, but yeah. We just thought, turn around. As my buddy here pointed out, same prizes at the top. There's always next time. I mean, that was horrendous. I mean, that was only going to get worse. We had another couple of kilometres to go. It's hailing. But we got to the open bit. We saw the view. So it's all good. So yeah, next time we come here, I'll get that off the lens. Next time we come here, we'll do the whole Dragon's Back walk. That's up there. That was fun. I got a lot. I'm actually pumping now. I've got loads of adrenaline. I don't know about you. Yeah, so is he. All right.
Been able to get any footage in that though.
Yeah. If I had to turn the camera on, all you would have heard is static. Well, you probably already did when I filmed when that was going on. Okay. Right. I think the plan is now head back to the car, find some pub grub, and chill, and then the next phase of the day will commence. Right, see you all shortly. Okay, we're nearly back to the car already. As we're walking down, there's a huge crack of lightning, huge roaring thunder. And I'm glad we heard that on the way down rather than staying up there, because that would have been horrendous. I think we would have started to panic. Alright, back to the car now. I'll just tell you a few quirky facts about this place in a second. Let me just get dry. Bye. Yeah, that was fun. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys are aware of this book, Occult Britain, handy book, and this is actually where I found out about St. Martin's, the church we went to earlier. So reading directly from the book, it says biblical imagery pervades legends about the Skirrid Mountain, known locally as the Holy Mountain. Its distinctive shape was said to be the result of a landslide that occurred at the time of the crucifixion. Other tales allege it was caused by Satan stomping on top of it, furious after the Archangel Michael's refusal to follow his evil ways. The peak of Skirrid harbours the ruins of an Iron Age fort, which fortunately we didn't see, and Chapel of St Michael, where services were held up to the mid-19th century. The distinctive natural plinth on the northwestern slopes is known as the Devil's Table, where the Prince of Darkness played cards with the legendary Jacko Kent. In some stories, the latter is held responsible for the Skirrid's landscape. So, I mean, I don't know if we did something sinful like the church earlier, which cursed our trek up the Devil's Mountain. So, but either way,
yeah,
it was a laugh. Nice bit of cardio. Right. Anyway, pub?
Yeah.
Pub. In a bit. Okay. My friend is off home now. So, on the other hand, I'm staying in Wales. This beautiful weather. I swear, every time I turn the camera on, the weather just gets worse. But yeah, now I'm going to head back to my car and head up to where I'm hopefully going to be staying tonight. Never been there before, so I'm kind of winging it, and it's just horrific. It's just hailstone now. Oh, it hurts. Every time I turn the camera on, the weather just gets worse. Anyway, yeah, head back to my car now. Where I'm staying tonight, it will require parking so far away from it and then walking the rest. Hopefully my plan works. I've got my tent with me. If it doesn't work, I can just pitch up somewhere, despite it being treacherous like this. But I don't care. Bring it on. That's what I say. But yeah, it's been a really, really good day. Exploring Cumnoy, the church in Cumnoy, and attempting to get to the top of Skirrid. That'll be a memory for a while. Oh. So yeah, the adventure's not over yet, far from over. I'm not going home until, well, Sunday. That's now Wednesday. Right, let's head back to my car and yeah, see you guys shortly. Right, I'm now parked. That was an interesting drive. Like, we are really properly in the middle of nowhere now. So I'm heading to a bothy. Never done any bothy camping before, so this should be interesting. So I'm just looking at this map here. Yeah, from what I saw on the map, it's just keep going, and you eventually come across the reservoir with the bothy in it. Didn't know how long it's going to take me, but yeah, I'm just going to keep walking. And well, we'll find out before long. Don't think it's that much of a long walk. Famous last words. But then again, yeah, I'm not in any rush. Still relatively early-ish. I mean, it's coming up to what, 5 o'clock now? 4, 5 o'clock, something like that. I know I look like I'm excessively packed here. That's mostly because my sleeping bag's massive. It's a military down sleeping bag. So it's a big sleeping bag, and like, yeah, literally like one rucksack is used just for that. Oh, I've got it snowing now. Wow. It's been a weird day for weather. Not at all. Right, all I know is that I just got to keep going. And hopefully I'll come across it. If I don't, I'll just have to head back and find somewhere to camp. There's bound to be places to camp around here. Well, there is plenty of places to camp around here. Just look around us. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll work itself out. Right, I'll plough on. Talk to you later. Bye. Bloody lovely around here. Got a mountain over there, covered in, top of it's covered in snow. Got a view of the stream. Oh, don't know how much further the walk is, but I think I covered most of it already. I mean, if I got that, this bothy is right next to a reservoir, so if I get soothing sounds of water all night, happy days. Right. So let's keep ploughing on. Hopefully not too much further now. Okay, I can see the reservoir from here. So, from what I've researched, the bothy's right next to it. And yeah, it's been a very calm walk. It's been flat. It's just you know, it's taken me a while because of all the stuff I'm carrying. It's alright, nearly there. At least I hope, like if I get there, the bothy's not open or there's some issue, then yeah, I've got to turn around, head back to my car, pick up my tent, and pitch up somewhere. If that happens, it's not the end of the world. It's not that much of a long walk, but it's beautiful from up here. So, okay, see you guys shortly. Yeah, so I'm at the reservoir. Don't see any bothies yet. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be on this side of the fence or that side of the fence. So I'm just gonna go along here for the minute, for the time being. Wherever it is, it can't be far. I know it's around here somewhere. I'll look it up. So here's a hoping. I'm not gonna have to go all the way back. I couldn't tell you how long this has taken me to get here. It could be an hour. I mean, it feels like an hour, but it probably isn't an hour. I'm just saying that because, you know, I don't know where I'm going. I've got a heavy load of luggage on me, so I couldn't tell you. Alright, see, people have been camping here. So, yeah, I'm hoping it's not far. Wherever it is. It's absolutely stunning right here, look at this. Right, let's pray that I'm not too far from it. The weather's, you know, kicking off and calming down very sporadically. Right now it's just spitting. I've got a feeling I was supposed to be on that side of the fence. Oh well, we'll find out soon. Right, let's keep going and see what happens. Right then, found it. You can see it in the distance. So yeah, this gap, you can see it in the fence there. That must be to open up a path. So over here, because it doesn't lead on the path, I did end up going over the fence. So yeah, it's up here. Right, doesn't look like the most inviting path to get to it, but well, I guess it's been used before, so yeah. Yeah, there's a path, it's a small rugged path leading to it. Right, let's get going. I'm a bit relieved because I was starting to think that I've either gone past it or it's just not there, but it's there. Relieved, to say the very least. Okay, let's go. Right folks, yeah, I made it to the bothy. Absolutely relieved. I was starting to think that I wouldn't find it, but here I am, so I didn't have to turn around, get back to my car. And unfortunately for this fella, he's not the only one here.
Hey everybody.
This is Lucas from California.
Yeah, from San Francisco, California.
Nice. Poor guy thought he had the whole thing to himself. Then I showed up and ruined it for him. Sorry, dude.
I'm happy to share. Happy to share.
So right, yeah, I think now we're just gonna chill out, read some books, drink a couple of beers, and have a chat, and yeah, relax.
It's at least slightly warmer in here.
Yeah, we've got the sounds of the stream outside as well. That's going to be really soothing. So I'm actually, in a funny way, I am actually looking forward to going to sleep tonight. It's going to be nice. Right, talk to you guys later. The temperature has dropped. You can definitely feel the difference in temperature in there than and out here. Definitely considerably warmer in there, so I'm really grateful. We can't get a fire going, unfortunately, because we just haven't got the wood or anything like that. There's trees up there, but I mean, it's going to be difficult to get to. Plus, it's all wet, so we probably won't get much out of it. But this is stunning. Just look at that. What a treat. So yeah, I'm really glad I opted to stay at this bothy. It's been a bit of an adventure, really rewarding, and it's hopefully the last time I'll be staying at a bothy. Wow. Okay, let's try to get try to get warm, have a beer, do some reading, chill out with Lucas for a bit. I'll come outside here again before I go to bed. I am cold though. I think the plan now, once I get to bed, get up, when the sun comes out really, and just venture onto my car and carry on with the adventure. Right, yeah, we're just trying to get a fire going with the wet wood and the wet grass and the wet twigs I picked up from outside. So wish us luck. We'll see what happens. Okay folks, we're going to end the video there. Well, of this part 1 of this trip anyway. This will continue onto more videos. So it's been a very, very good day. Lots go on. The most crooked church in Britain. Getting nearly blown off Skirrid. Having to walk around Abergavenny and ending up in this lovely little bothy in the literal middle of nowhere. Got some candles on the go. Lucas has nearly finished his book. We couldn't get a fire going, that wasn't going to happen. So yeah, we're going to hit the sack soon. Get a nice early night, see how well we sleep, and I'll be going, the second the sun comes out, I'm going to be going straight off back to my car and continue this adventure through Wales. Right guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully see you at part 2. Thank you very much.